Hey you! Ever wondered if ancient gods were actually extraterrestrials? We're diving deep into Sumerian, Egyptian, and Mayan myths to uncover the truth about beings descending from the heavens. Prepare for mind-blowing revelations. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode. So you're ready to dive into the mysteries of forgotten gods? Imagine a time before recorded history, when civilizations looked to the heavens and saw not just stars, but beings of immense power descending from above. These weren't just myths, they were deeply ingrained in the daily lives of these ancient people, shaping their beliefs, rituals, and even their societal structures. We're talking about gods unlike any you've ever encountered. Beings with incredible abilities, often described in texts as having advanced technology or even manipulating the very fabric of reality. Think about it. Sumerian tablets depict gods arriving in fiery chariots. Egyptians describe celestial beings influencing their pharaohs, and Mayan codices hint at otherworldly visitors guiding their rulers. These weren't simple stories passed down through generations. These narratives were central to their understanding of the cosmos and their place within it. The problem? We've largely dismissed these accounts as fanciful myths, ignoring the potential for something far more profound. But what if these ancient accounts are more than just myths? What if they're fragmented memories of actual encounters? That's the question we'll explore throughout this video. We'll examine the evidence, weigh the possibilities, and consider the implications of a world where our understanding of ancient history might need a radical revision. Are you ready to challenge your assumptions and consider a different perspective? Let's begin uncovering the truth behind these forgotten deities. So we're talking Sumer, and you're about to meet the Anunnaki. These weren't just any gods. Sumerian texts describe them as powerful beings who descended from the heavens, literally. Think majestic figures, maybe even otherworldly. They're credited with shaping early Sumerian civilization, teaching humans agriculture, writing, and even advanced technologies. But were they really gods, or something else entirely? The problem? The sheer scale of the technological leaps described in Sumerian mythology seems almost impossible for a society in its infancy. Think about it. Suddenly they're building advanced irrigation systems, complex temples, and developing a sophisticated writing system. How did they do it so quickly? Some scholars argue that the sudden advancements in Sumerian society are too advanced for the time period, suggesting an external influence. The solution proposed by some is the Anunnaki themselves, providing knowledge and possibly even direct assistance. But here's the twist. Many of these accounts describe the Anunnaki not as benevolent benefactors, but as demanding overlords. The Epic of Gilgamesh, for example, hints at a complex, sometimes brutal relationship between the Anunnaki and humanity. This raises a new problem. If the Anunnaki were so advanced, why did they need human slaves? And what were they mining in the Mesopotamian region? Some theories suggest they were extracting resources crucial to their survival or technology. The solution to this enigma might lie in understanding not just the Anunnaki's power, but their needs and motivations. Majestic as they sound, deciphering those ancient Sumerian clay tablets isn't a walk in the park, is it? The language itself is incredibly complex, and many tablets are fragmented or damaged, making translation a real puzzle. Think hieroglyphs, but way more cryptic. We're talking about thousands of years of weathering and decay. It's a monumental task to piece together the story of the Anunnaki from these scattered fragments. But that's where the clever bit comes in. Archaeologists aren't just relying on the tablets alone. They cross-reference the textual descriptions with the archaeological evidence they unearth. Think about it. If a text describes a massive ziggurat dedicated to a specific god, and archaeologists then find the ruins of a massive ziggurat matching the description, it strengthens the credibility of the text, doesn't it? It's like having two witnesses corroborating the same story. This cross-referencing isn't just about confirming the existence of structures. It also helps us understand the Anunnaki's role in Sumerian society. By analyzing artifacts found near temples or within specific layers of ancient cities, we can gain a better understanding of the rituals, beliefs, and even the technologies potentially linked to these gods from the sky. The more evidence we find, the clearer the picture becomes. But let's move on to something truly fascinating. The Epic of Gilgamesh. You've probably heard of it. A story brimming with larger-than-life heroes, monsters, and a quest for immortality. But what if I told you that within this ancient Mesopotamian tale lie hints of something extraterrestrial? Think about it. Gilgamesh himself is described as possessing superhuman strength and wisdom, traits often associated with divine beings. And his journey? It takes him to the ends of the earth, encountering beings and challenges beyond human comprehension. Consider the descriptions of the gods in the epic. They're not just powerful rulers. They're depicted as possessing advanced technologies and abilities far beyond anything achievable in ancient Mesopotamia. They manipulate celestial bodies, travel across vast distances instantaneously, and even possess knowledge of life and death itself. These descriptions, some argue, align suspiciously well with potential descriptions of extraterrestrial encounters. The flood narrative within the Epic of Gilgamesh, strikingly similar to the biblical account, also provides food for thought. Could this be a shared memory, a story passed down through generations, hinting at a cataclysmic event, perhaps caused or influenced by extraterrestrial intervention? It's a bold claim, I know, but consider the details: the sudden and immense destruction, the divine warning, and the chosen few who survive. It's a compelling puzzle, isn't it? So Gilgamesh, a demigod, right? A king who sought immortality. But let's be honest, you've got to separate the myth from the possible reality. Ancient texts are amazing, filled with fantastical stories, but they don't always tell the whole truth. Are we looking at embellished accounts of real events, or pure fantasy? That's the question we need to ask ourselves before jumping to conclusions about alien gods. Think about it. The descriptions of these gods often involve advanced technology, impossible feats of engineering, and celestial appearances. Could these be metaphors, exaggerations of human capabilities, or accounts of something else entirely? We need to look at the archaeological evidence, the astronomy, the cultural context. We can't just dismiss it as myth, but neither can we blindly accept it as literal fact. The solution is a careful, objective analysis. What physical evidence supports or contradicts these narratives? Are there any parallels in other cultures' mythologies? What about astronomical alignments or unexplained artifacts that might offer clues? By approaching these ancient texts with a critical eye, we can begin to separate the grains of truth from the legend, and maybe, just maybe, uncover something truly extraordinary. So Gilgamesh's quest for immortality got you thinking, right? Well, let's shift gears to Egypt. Imagine a sun god, so powerful, he's literally the source of all life. That's Ra, the supreme deity of Heliopolis, and his story is packed with celestial intrigue. Ancient Egyptian texts paint a picture of Ra emerging from the primordial waters, a powerful being born from the cosmos itself. Think about that for a second. A god who doesn't just rule the land, but literally is the sun, the very source of their existence. Now, you might be thinking, that's just mythology. But consider this. The Egyptians meticulously charted the stars. Their knowledge of astronomy was incredibly advanced for the time. They built monuments aligned with celestial events. Could their detailed understanding of the cosmos have been influenced by something more? Perhaps encounters with beings from beyond our world, beings who shared their knowledge and shaped their beliefs. That's a question that keeps many researchers busy. Ra's story isn't just about power. It's about the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth, mirroring the sun's daily journey across the sky. This constant cycle, this cosmic dance, could be interpreted as a coded message, a reminder of the vastness of the universe and the possibility of visitors from other worlds. Think about how deeply ingrained these beliefs were. They shaped their society, their art, their very existence. What if these stories were more than just myths? What if they were records of actual events? So, back to those powerful Egyptian gods. Imagine trying to understand their stories, their beliefs, their entire cosmology. But all you have are these strange, cryptic symbols. That's the challenge early Egyptologists faced: deciphering hieroglyphs. It was like trying to solve the world's most elaborate puzzle, with pieces scattered across millennia. For centuries, these beautiful, intricate carvings remained stubbornly silent, a testament to a lost language. The Rosetta Stone, you see, was the key. Discovered in 1799, this stone contained the same text in 3 scripts: hieroglyphs, Demotic script, and ancient Greek. This provided the crucial link, the Rosetta Stone acting as a linguistic bridge between the ancient world and our own. Without it, deciphering hieroglyphs would have remained an impossible task, leaving us with only fragments of understanding of ancient Egyptian culture. But the Rosetta Stone wasn't a magic bullet. It was just the beginning. Think of it as a starting point, a crucial first step. From there, decades of painstaking work by brilliant minds, linguists, historians, and Egyptologists were needed to truly unlock the secrets of ancient Egyptian writing. They painstakingly compared and contrasted, gradually building a vocabulary and grammar, slowly piecing together the narrative of a lost civilization. It was a slow, meticulous process, a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance. So you've cracked the code of those hieroglyphs, right? But deciphering the symbols is only half the battle. Now picture this: the pharaoh, not just a king, but a living intermediary between the gods and the everyday struggles of the people. He wasn't just a ruler, he was a divine link. Think about it. The pharaoh was believed to be a direct descendant of the gods, chosen to rule and maintain Ma'at, the cosmic order. He was the one who could appease the powerful deities, ensuring a bountiful harvest, protection from enemies, and the prosperity of the entire kingdom. His role was crucial. His actions held immense spiritual weight. This wasn't just about political power. It was about a sacred responsibility. The pharaoh's actions, both public and private, were seen as directly influencing the favor of the gods. A bad harvest, a plague, it wasn't just bad luck. It was a sign that the pharaoh had somehow displeased the divine beings. His success was their success, his failure, theirs. So the pharaoh is a conduit, a bridge between the earthly and the divine. But what kind of divine? What exactly is the nature of this power these ancient civilizations attributed to their gods? That's the big question, isn't it? Think about it. Were these beings simply powerful leaders, or something more? To understand the nature of their power, we need to look at how these civilizations interacted with their gods. We need to examine their rituals and beliefs. Think of the elaborate ceremonies, the sacrifices, the intricate prayers. These weren't just empty gestures. They were attempts to connect with, appease, or even influence these powerful entities. These rituals weren't just about appeasing the gods. They were also a way of understanding their power. By studying the patterns, the symbols, the offerings, we can start to piece together a clearer picture of what these ancient people believed their gods could and couldn't do. What were the limitations? What were the boundaries of this divine influence? So we've seen gods from the sky in Sumeria and Egypt. But what about the Maya? Their mythology is rich with tales of feathered serpent deities, powerful beings associated with creation, knowledge, and even destruction. Think about it. These aren't just local deities. They're often depicted as arriving from the heavens, bringing with them advanced knowledge and sometimes even conflict. You're starting to see a pattern here, aren't you? One of the most famous examples is Quetzalcoatl, a name you might recognize from Aztec mythology. But the Maya had their own versions of feathered serpent gods, often with similar attributes. These deities were often linked to creation myths, powerful rulers who brought civilization and knowledge to the world. Imagine powerful beings descending from the sky, shaping landscapes, and teaching humanity the secrets of agriculture and astronomy. Could their stories be more than just myths? But these stories also speak of conflict. Some Mayan accounts describe feathered serpent gods bringing not only blessings but also wars and upheaval. This duality, the coexistence of benevolent and destructive power, is a recurring theme in many ancient mythologies. Could these conflicting narratives reflect different encounters, or perhaps different interpretations of the same event? What if these gods weren't gods at all, but something else? So you're probably wondering about those mind-bending Mayan calendars and glyphs. They're famously complex, right? For centuries they were a complete mystery, a baffling puzzle that seemed impossible to crack. Think of it, intricate symbols, cyclical dates, spanning millennia, hinting at a deep understanding of astronomy, and possibly even something more. The challenge was immense: how to decipher these ancient secrets locked within stone and time itself. But don't worry, you don't need to be a genius to understand. Modern science has come to the rescue. Linguists, using painstaking comparative methods, started to piece together the meaning of the glyphs. They looked for patterns, recurring symbols, and cross-referenced them with other Mayan texts. It was like solving a massive ancient crossword puzzle, one painstaking step at a time. And the results? Absolutely incredible. Meanwhile, astronomers used their knowledge to decode the astronomical aspects of the Mayan calendar. They matched the dates to celestial events, like solstices and eclipses. Suddenly, the cyclical patterns started to make sense. It was a revelation. The Mayans possessed a sophisticated understanding of the cosmos, far surpassing what many previously believed. Their calendars weren't just random markings. They were precise astronomical instruments, charting the movements of the stars and planets with astonishing accuracy. But let's get back to those puzzles. The Mayan creation myth speaks of a cosmic event, a cataclysmic birth of the world. It's not just some fairy tale. The descriptions are strikingly specific, talking about a primordial void, a cosmic egg, and the emergence of the gods from a watery chaos. Think about that for a second. A detailed account of creation that sounds eerily similar to other ancient myths, but with its own unique spin. Could it be hinting at something far beyond human understanding? Many scholars suggest that this cosmic egg isn't just a metaphor. What if it represents a real astronomical event? Perhaps a supernova, a comet impacting Earth, or even a close encounter with a celestial body. The precision of the Mayan calendar and its alignment with astronomical cycles hints at a deep understanding of the cosmos, far beyond what we might expect from an ancient civilization. Could they have witnessed something extraordinary, something that shaped their worldview and their mythology? This leads us to the intriguing possibility of paleocontact. The sophistication of their astronomical knowledge, combined with the narrative of a celestial event, has led some to suggest that the Mayans might have had contact with an extraterrestrial civilization. Imagine a technologically advanced race, sharing their knowledge, influencing their culture, and leaving behind a legacy etched in stone and stars. It's a bold idea, but not entirely impossible, is it? So, you've heard about the gods from the sky, the incredible stories, but what happened to these amazing civilizations? Let's look at the Maya, their magnificent cities, intricate calendar systems, and advanced understanding of astronomy. It all crumbled. The classic Maya civilization, at its peak between 250 and 900 AD, experienced a dramatic decline. What caused this collapse? Was it a curse from angered gods, or something more earthly? Well, it wasn't just one thing, you see. It wasn't a single apocalyptic event, but rather a slow, agonizing process. Scientists believe a combination of factors played a crucial role. Think about it. Prolonged drought, leading to crop failures. This would have created widespread famine and social unrest, weakening the entire societal structure. Add to that intense population pressure and overexploitation of resources. Imagine overpopulation straining the already dwindling resources, leading to conflict and social upheaval. The intricate social structure, with its powerful elite and commoners, might have become unstable, leading to internal strife and the disintegration of the political system. The once mighty kingdom fractured, unable to cope with the stresses. So you've seen the similarities in their stories, right? Gods descending from the heavens, advanced technology seemingly beyond their time, catastrophic events that wiped out their civilizations. It's almost like a common thread runs through these vastly different cultures, separated by oceans and millennia. Think about it. The Sumerian Anunnaki, the Egyptian gods arriving in celestial chariots, and the Maya's Quetzalcoatl, a feathered serpent god who some say brought knowledge from the stars. Could these be echoes of the same event, retold and adapted through the lens of each culture? The deluge myths, for instance. You've got the great flood stories in the Epic of Gilgamesh, the Egyptian tale of Osiris and Isis, and the Maya Popol Vuh, all describing a cataclysmic flood that reshaped the world. These aren't just local legends, they're strikingly similar narratives, suggesting a shared experience, perhaps a global catastrophe, that left a lasting impact on the human psyche. Could it be a natural event, or something more extraterrestrial? And then there's the recurring theme of advanced knowledge. The Maya calendar, for example, was incredibly precise, far surpassing the technological capabilities we typically associate with their era. Similarly, the Sumerians possessed sophisticated writing systems and astronomical knowledge, and the Egyptians built monumental structures that still baffle engineers today. Where did they learn this? Did they acquire this knowledge from visitors from the stars? Or was it something else entirely? So, how do we connect these seemingly disparate threads? You've seen the similarities in the myths, but proving a connection requires more than just gut feeling. That's where comparative mythology and anthropology come in. They provide the tools to systematically examine these ancient texts and cultural practices, looking for patterns and shared motifs that might point to a common origin or influence. Think of it like putting together a giant jigsaw puzzle, but instead of pictures, you're working with stories, rituals, and artifacts. Comparative mythology helps us identify recurring themes and symbols across different cultures. For example, the recurring motif of winged beings or gods descending from the sky is found in Sumerian, Egyptian, and Mayan texts. Anthropologists, on the other hand, study the physical remains of these civilizations, their tools, architecture, and burial practices to understand their beliefs and social structures. By combining these approaches, we can build a more complete picture, potentially revealing hidden connections. By looking at the stories, the artifacts, and the way these ancient societies organize themselves, we can start to identify shared characteristics that go beyond simple coincidence. This methodical approach allows us to move beyond speculation and build a stronger case for the possibility of contact, whether it's through cultural exchange or something more extraordinary. Remember, you're not just looking at individual stories, you're looking for the patterns that weave them together. It's a detective story spanning millennia. So what exactly is the ancient astronaut theory? It's the idea that advanced extraterrestrial beings visited Earth in the distant past, influencing the development of ancient civilizations. You're probably thinking that's a bit far-fetched, and you'd be right to be skeptical. But let's examine the evidence presented by proponents of this theory. They point to unexplained architectural marvels, advanced technologies seemingly beyond the capabilities of the time, and strikingly similar mythological narratives across vastly different cultures. One key piece of evidence often cited is the precision and scale of structures like the pyramids of Egypt or the megalithic sites of South America. How did ancient civilizations, seemingly lacking the necessary technology, manage to construct such monumental works? Some argue that the precision and advanced engineering techniques point towards external assistance, a level of expertise beyond their known capabilities. Think about the sheer logistical challenges involved. The sheer scale of the effort required alone suggests something truly extraordinary. Then there are the recurring themes in mythology. Many ancient cultures describe gods descending from the heavens in fiery chariots, wielding advanced weaponry, and possessing knowledge far beyond their contemporaries. Could these stories be embellished accounts of actual encounters with extraterrestrial visitors? Think about the common threads, the descriptions of advanced technology, the celestial origins, and the profound impact on the societies they supposedly interacted with. It's food for thought, isn't it? So you're probably thinking, okay, ancient astronauts, cool story, but where's the proof? That's the biggest hurdle, right? The lack of undeniable physical evidence. We don't have spaceships sitting in museums, or alien bodies on display. But that doesn't mean the evidence isn't there. It just means we might need to look at what we already have in a new light. We need to re-examine those ancient artifacts, those incredible pieces of history we've already unearthed. Think about it. Many ancient artifacts were initially dismissed as mere religious symbols or artistic representations. But what if we approach them with a fresh perspective, considering the possibility of advanced technology or extraterrestrial influence? What if those gods weren't just gods, but something else? Maybe those seemingly nonsensical carvings are actually highly advanced schematics or maps. Maybe those strange symbols represent something far beyond our current understanding. By applying modern scientific techniques, advanced imaging, spectral analysis, even AI-powered pattern recognition, to these artifacts, we might unlock hidden meanings and details previously overlooked. We could potentially uncover evidence that supports or refutes the ancient astronaut theory. It's a long shot, but it's a shot worth taking. The potential implications are simply too significant to ignore. But let's shift gears. Imagine this. You're soaring high above the Peruvian desert. Below, etched into the arid earth, are the Nazca lines, gigantic geoglyphs that have baffled scientists for decades. Some believe they're nothing more than ancient ceremonial markings, but others see something far more extraordinary. What if these weren't just drawings, but a kind of ancient airport, a landing strip for something otherworldly? Think about it. The lines are incredibly long, perfectly straight, and some even intersect in ways that suggest a complex system. Could these be navigational guides, designed to help something, or someone, land precisely? The scale is immense, far larger than anything needed for terrestrial purposes. It's a scale that hints at something beyond our current understanding. Now, you might be skeptical, and that's fair. But consider the sheer improbability of creating these designs without some form of advanced technology. The precision is astonishing. How did a civilization without modern tools manage such feats? Could the answer lie in the skies above? Could they have been guided, or even helped by visitors from another world? It's a thought-provoking idea, isn't it? So you're looking at these massive lines, right? Some say they're ancient runways for alien spacecraft. Crazy, I know. But others offer more down-to-earth explanations. Maybe they were used for ritual processions, or perhaps they're connected to water management systems, ingenious ways of channeling scarce resources in a harsh desert environment. The truth is, we don't know for sure. The problem is, we tend to jump to conclusions. We latch onto the most exciting theory, often ignoring other possibilities. That's why it's important to consider all the angles. What if the Nazca people used the lines for multiple purposes? What if some parts were for religious ceremonies, others for practical reasons? It's not an either-or situation. The solution isn't to dismiss any theory outright. Instead, you need to weigh the evidence carefully. Look at the archaeological findings, the environmental context, and the cultural traditions of the Nazca people. By considering multiple perspectives, you can build a more complete, and likely more accurate, understanding of these mysterious lines. It's about embracing the complexity, not seeking simple answers. But hold on, let's shift gears. Forget those lines for a moment. We're going to Göbekli Tepe, a site so old, so mind-bendingly complex, it's rewriting everything we thought we knew about prehistory. Imagine this. Massive, intricately carved T-shaped pillars, older than Stonehenge, older than the pyramids, possibly even older than writing itself. They're arranged in circles, forming temples. How did people, with seemingly limited tools, manage this? Some say the precision is beyond the capabilities of early humans. Could there have been help from the sheer scale of Göbekli Tepe is staggering. These aren't just simple structures. They're sophisticated, planned constructions, requiring significant engineering prowess. Moving these massive stones, fitting them together with such precision, it's a logistical nightmare, even with modern technology. And the age? It pushes back our understanding of civilization's development by thousands of years. Some researchers suggest this defies conventional explanations of human progress. Could advanced technology, perhaps even extraterrestrial, have played a part? You might be thinking, okay, but maybe they just worked really hard. And that's a valid point, but some of the tools found at Göbekli Tepe are puzzling. Some are incredibly sophisticated for the time period, hinting at a level of technological advancement we didn't expect. Others are simply unlike anything found elsewhere from that era. This raises questions. Where did this knowledge come from? Was it purely human ingenuity? Or did an outside influence contribute to this incredible feat of ancient engineering? Think about it for a second. So you're staring at Göbekli Tepe, this incredible site older than Stonehenge, older than the pyramids. But how do we know how old it is? That's the big question. Dating these ancient stones is tricky. Traditional methods like carbon dating aren't always reliable with such ancient structures. We need something more precise, something that can unravel the mysteries hidden within these colossal stones. Enter advanced archaeological techniques. Think luminescence dating, which measures the light emitted by minerals after exposure to radiation, or thermoluminescence, which heats up samples to measure trapped electrons. These methods give us incredibly precise dates, helping us understand the timeline of Göbekli Tepe's construction and use. It's like having a super-powered magnifying glass for the past, revealing layers of history previously invisible. But dating isn't the only challenge. Interpreting Göbekli Tepe's purpose is equally complex. Those pillars, intricately carved with animals and symbols, tell a story, but it's a story written in a language we're only beginning to understand. Advanced imaging techniques, like 3D scanning and photogrammetry, help us create detailed digital models, allowing us to study the carvings and the site's layout in unprecedented detail. This gives us clues to solve the puzzle of its purpose. So, we've established that Göbekli Tepe is incredibly old. But look closer at the stones themselves. You'll see intricate carvings, perfectly smooth surfaces, and some stones weighing many tons, precisely placed. How did they move these massive blocks without modern machinery? Some theories suggest advanced engineering techniques lost to time, perhaps even knowledge beyond our current understanding of physics. Think about the pyramids of Egypt. The precision of their construction is breathtaking. The blocks are so perfectly fitted together that you can barely slide a piece of paper between them. How did they achieve such accuracy? And what about the Great Sphinx? The sheer scale of it is mind-boggling, a testament to engineering prowess that remains a mystery to this day. Could ancient civilizations have possessed technology far beyond what we currently understand? Then there are the Mayan structures. Their intricate calendar system, their advanced understanding of astronomy, and their sophisticated city planning all point to a high level of intellectual and technological achievement. But how did they accomplish these feats? What tools and techniques did they use? The answers, my friend, might lie beyond the scope of our current understanding of ancient technology. It's time to consider the unthinkable. So you're looking at these incredibly precise carvings and massive stones at Göbekli Tepe, right? It's tempting to immediately jump to conclusions about advanced technology, maybe even extraterrestrial intervention. But hold on a second. Before we start speculating about aliens, let's consider a simpler, more grounded explanation: technological evolution. Think about how much technology has changed in just your lifetime. Imagine the leaps and bounds made over thousands of years. Imagine generations of skilled artisans, passing down their knowledge and techniques, each generation building upon the innovations of the last. They might have developed incredibly efficient methods for quarrying, transporting, and shaping these enormous stones. We're talking about thousands of years of trial and error, of incremental improvements, leading to what might seem, from our modern perspective, like impossible feats of engineering. Think about the pyramids of Egypt. Were they built by aliens, or by a highly organized and skilled workforce employing ingenious techniques? The same logic applies to Göbekli Tepe and other sites. We often underestimate the capabilities of ancient civilizations, projecting our own technological limitations onto their accomplishments. By focusing on technological evolution, we can begin to appreciate the incredible ingenuity of our ancestors without resorting to extraordinary explanations. But let's shift gears. Think about the pyramids of Egypt. You've seen the pictures, the documentaries, colossal structures, perfectly aligned, defying explanations. How did they do it? The sheer scale alone is mind-boggling. Some say it was advanced engineering, clever use of ramps and levers, and an incredibly organized workforce. But others, well, others suspect something else entirely. The precision is almost unnerving. The angles, the alignment with the stars. Could ancient Egyptians have possessed technology we're only just beginning to understand? Or is there another explanation? Could the legends of gods descending from the heavens hold a clue? Maybe these weren't built by humans alone. Maybe they had help. Think about the internal chambers, the intricate passages, the seemingly impossible feat of moving those gigantic stones. Was it all human ingenuity? Or did advanced knowledge beyond our current understanding, play a role? The problem: we don't have a complete answer. The solution: keep exploring, keep questioning. Don't accept easy answers. So those pyramids, how did they build them? Forget the aliens for a minute. Let's look at what we know. Ancient Egyptians were incredibly skilled engineers. They understood levers, ramps, pulleys, basic mechanical advantage. Imagine thousands of workers meticulously moving massive stones, inch by painstaking inch. It would have taken years, decades even, but it's not necessarily impossible within the realm of human capabilities. Think about the logistics: quarrying the stone, transporting it, precisely placing each block. It was a massive undertaking, requiring incredible organization and planning. But we've seen similar feats of engineering in other ancient societies. Look at the Roman aqueducts, the Inca terraces. Human ingenuity, when focused on a single goal, can achieve amazing things, right? And remember, we're only scratching the surface of what we don't know about ancient Egyptian technology. New discoveries are made all the time. So while the scale of the pyramids is awe-inspiring, the idea that they were built solely through human effort, using clever engineering and sheer manpower, is not as far-fetched as it might first seem. We might not have all the answers yet, but dismissing the possibility of ancient human ingenuity before exploring all the potential explanations is, well, a bit premature. Wouldn't you agree? Let's keep an open mind and continue to investigate. But let's jump across the globe to Stonehenge. You've seen the pictures, those massive stones arranged in a seemingly impossible circle. Was it a sophisticated calendar, tracking the sun and moon's movements with uncanny accuracy? Or something? Some believe its precise alignment with celestial events points to a far more advanced understanding of astronomy than we previously thought possible for that era. But what if that understanding wasn't solely their own? Think about it. The sheer weight of those stones, the precision of their placement. Could ancient Britons, using only the technology available to them, have achieved this level of accuracy? Many argue that it's simply too improbable. The theory is that Stonehenge isn't just an observatory. It's a landing site, a marker perhaps for visitors from the stars, a place where celestial navigation intersected with earthly construction. Imagine a civilization far beyond our own, capable of interstellar travel, choosing this specific location for a reason. Maybe it was a beacon, a message in stone for future generations. Or maybe, just maybe, it was a landing strip, a place where visitors from the cosmos touched down, leaving behind a legacy etched in stone and whispered in the wind. So, Stonehenge, what was it really for? For centuries, people have puzzled over its purpose. Was it a burial ground? A place of worship? A giant astronomical calculator? The truth, as you'll see, is probably a combination of all three, and more. Let's dive into the clues archaeologists and astronomers have uncovered. Archaeological digs have revealed human remains, artifacts, and evidence of ritual activities within and around Stonehenge. This suggests it wasn't just a simple structure, but a significant site for ceremonies and possibly burials. But the stones themselves hold even more compelling secrets. Astronomical studies have shown that the stones are precisely aligned with the solstices and equinoxes. This incredible accuracy suggests a deep understanding of celestial movements, far beyond what many previously believed. It wasn't just a random arrangement. It was a sophisticated calendar, a tool for tracking the passage of time and the cycles of nature. But what if some ancient mysteries weren't just ancient? What if they pointed to something else? Let's talk about the Voynich manuscript. You've probably heard of it, a book filled with bizarre illustrations and an undeciphered script. Experts have been stumped for centuries. Some believe it's a hoax, a clever medieval prank, but others, they think it might be something far more extraordinary. Imagine a language unlike any other, alien symbols hinting at a knowledge beyond our comprehension. Could it be a message from a civilization far beyond our own, a record of a visit long ago? Some researchers have even explored the possibility of extraterrestrial origins, suggesting the manuscript's script and illustrations might depict astronomical phenomena or advanced technology beyond our ancient ancestors' understanding. Of course, there's no definitive proof. The mystery persists. But the very existence of the Voynich manuscript forces us to consider the possibility of ancient encounters with beings from beyond Earth. Could this seemingly nonsensical book hold the key to unlocking a forgotten history, a history that rewrites everything we thought we knew about our past? Think about that for a moment. So, the Voynich manuscript, a book shrouded in mystery, filled with strange symbols and bizarre illustrations. For centuries, it's stumped the world's best minds. But what if the key wasn't in translating the words, but in understanding the underlying code? That's where advanced cryptographic analysis comes in. It's not just about looking for hidden meanings in the text. It's about analyzing the patterns, the frequencies, the relationships between the symbols themselves. Think of it like cracking a really complex cipher. Modern technology allows us to approach this problem in ways previous generations couldn't even dream of. We can use powerful computers to analyze the frequency of symbols, identify recurring patterns, and even create statistical models to predict how the code might work. We can use sophisticated algorithms to search for hidden structures within the seemingly random arrangement of characters. Imagine the possibilities. Unlocking the secrets of this enigmatic book could rewrite history as we know it. It's a massive undertaking, of course, but the potential payoff is immense. Think about it. Decoding the Voynich manuscript could provide insights into lost languages, ancient knowledge, or even evidence of contact with extraterrestrial civilizations. The possibilities are staggering, and you, my friend, are getting a front-row seat to this incredible journey of discovery. Are you ready to delve deeper into the mysteries of the past? So, the Voynich manuscript left us with more questions than answers. But before we dive deeper into the mysteries of ancient civilizations and their potential contact with extraterrestrial beings, we need to address something crucial: pseudo-archaeology. You see, not everything you read online or see on documentaries is accurate. Many claims are based on misinterpretations, biases, or outright fabrication. It's easy to get caught up in exciting theories, but critical thinking is key. We need to learn to distinguish between legitimate archaeological findings and sensationalist claims. Think about it. A picture of a strange object in a distant land, instantly labeled as alien technology, or an ancient text, its meaning twisted to fit a predetermined narrative. Remember, proper archaeological investigation involves rigorous methodology, peer review, and a healthy dose of skepticism. Don't let flashy visuals or sensational headlines fool you. Always question the source, check for reputable evidence, and be wary of claims that lack scientific backing. It's about responsible exploration, not just wild speculation. So, how do you spot pseudo-archaeology? Look for a lack of credible evidence, exaggerated claims, reliance on anecdotal evidence, ignoring contradictory evidence, and a general lack of peer review. Be skeptical of those who present extraordinary claims without extraordinary evidence. Remember, good archaeology is a collaborative effort, built on rigorous research and open debate. Don't let the allure of the unknown cloud your judgment. Always strive for a balanced and informed understanding of the past. Okay, so we're talking about ancient astronauts and gods from the sky, right? But before you get too caught up in the excitement, let's address something crucial. A lot of what you'll find online, even in books, is biased or just plain wrong. Think about it. People have their own agendas, and ancient texts are often open to interpretation. We need to be smart about what we believe. That's where critical thinking comes in. Don't just accept something as fact because someone on YouTube said so. Dig deeper. Look at the source. Is it a reputable historian, archaeologist, or someone with a clear bias? Cross-reference information from multiple sources. Don't rely on just one article or video. Fact-checking is your best friend here. Use reliable sources like academic journals and reputable news outlets. Be aware of confirmation bias. That's the tendency to favor information that confirms your existing beliefs. We all do it, but recognizing it is half the battle. Always challenge your assumptions and be open to the possibility that you might be wrong. So, we've looked at these incredible ancient accounts of gods descending from the heavens. But hold on a second. Think about it. A universe this vast, billions of stars, countless planets, and we haven't found a single shred of evidence of other intelligent life. That's the Fermi paradox in a nutshell. Where is everybody? It's a question that's haunted scientists and thinkers for decades. One explanation is sheer distance. Even if alien civilizations exist, the distances between stars are so incomprehensibly vast that communication, let alone travel, becomes practically impossible. Think about it. Even reaching the nearest star system would take thousands of years with our current technology. It's a cosmic game of hide and seek on a scale we can barely imagine. Another possibility, maybe advanced civilizations are simply beyond our comprehension. Their technology could be so far advanced that we wouldn't even recognize it as technology. Imagine a civilization that has mastered manipulating space-time itself. They could be right here, and we wouldn't even know it. Or perhaps they've moved on to something beyond our understanding, something we can't even conceive of. So we've got these amazing stories, right? Gods from the stars. But where are they now? It's a fair question. You might be thinking, if they visited, why aren't they still here? Where's the proof? That's the big problem we're tackling in this chapter. The lack of obvious, undeniable contact is a huge hurdle for anyone believing in ancient astronaut theories. But let's not jump to conclusions. The absence of evidence isn't evidence of absence, you know? Maybe these visitors weren't interested in staying. Perhaps their technology was so advanced that their visits were subtle, almost undetectable to our ancient ancestors. Or maybe, just maybe, their intentions were more fleeting than we assume. Think about it. What if their technology allowed for brief, targeted interventions? Perhaps they guided the development of certain technologies, or influenced specific cultural aspects, then vanished without leaving a trail of spaceships or obvious physical evidence. We need to consider all the possibilities, not just the ones that fit neatly into our current understanding. Okay, so you're probably thinking, ancient myths are cool, but what about actual science? Where's the proof of alien visitors? That's a totally valid question. Scientists are naturally skeptical, and rightfully so. They demand rigorous evidence before accepting extraordinary claims. The burden of proof lies on those proposing the existence of extraterrestrial contact in ancient times. That means we need more than just intriguing stories. We need concrete, verifiable data. The SETI program, for instance, is a prime example of the scientific approach. They actively search for extraterrestrial intelligence, using radio telescopes, scanning the cosmos for signals. This is a systematic, data-driven approach, unlike simply interpreting ancient texts. While no definitive proof of ancient alien contact has emerged from SETI or similar projects, the search continues. The vastness of space means that even statistically improbable events become possibilities. So while we can't definitively prove or disprove ancient alien contact based on current scientific methods, the search for extraterrestrial life, both past and present, continues. The scientific community is constantly refining its methods and expanding its search parameters. Maybe someday, new discoveries will shed more light on these ancient mysteries and connect the dots between mythology and reality. But until then, it's vital to keep an open mind, but also to maintain a healthy dose of skepticism. But you see, science has its limits. Right now, our understanding of the universe is still incredibly limited. We're constantly making new discoveries, revising old theories. To dismiss the possibility of ancient contact based solely on current scientific understanding is premature. We haven't even scratched the surface of what's out there, or what might have been here, millennia ago. So what's the solution? Open your mind, Consider the possibility. Don't immediately dismiss ancient accounts as mere myth. These stories were passed down for generations, often holding cultural and societal significance. There's a reason they persisted, and that's where further research comes in. We need more investigation, more interdisciplinary collaboration. Archaeologists, historians, linguists, and even scientists from other fields need to work together to analyze the evidence, both physical and textual. Maybe then, we can get a clearer picture of what really happened. So where do we go from here? The future of paleocontact research hinges on a few key things. First, we need more rigorous analysis of existing evidence. Think about it. Those ancient texts, those strange artifacts, we need fresh eyes, new technologies to examine them. We need to move beyond speculation and delve into the details, using the best scientific methods available. Secondly, interdisciplinary collaboration is crucial. We can't rely solely on archaeologists or historians. We need input from linguists, physicists, even astrophysicists. Imagine the insights we could gain by bringing together experts from so many different fields, pooling their knowledge to interpret these ancient mysteries. Finally, you need to remember that open-mindedness is paramount. We must be willing to consider unconventional explanations, even if they challenge established theories. Dismissing the possibility of extraterrestrial contact outright closes off avenues of investigation. We need to be brave enough to follow the evidence wherever it leads, even if it's into the unknown. So you're probably thinking, this is all fascinating, but where's the money? That's the biggest hurdle, right? Funding for this kind of research is incredibly limited. Universities and government grants often prioritize more conventional areas of study. Digging into ancient texts for clues about alien visitors. That's not exactly high on their list, but you're passionate about this, and so am I. But here's the good news. We can change that. The solution isn't just about securing grants. It's about building public interest. Think about it. If enough people are captivated by the idea of ancient astronauts, then funding will follow. We need to make this accessible, exciting, engaging, and that's where you come in. By sharing this video, you're not just watching, you're actively participating in the search for truth. Every like, every comment, every share helps to build momentum. It shows the world that there's a genuine thirst for answers, a desire to explore the extraordinary possibilities hidden within our past. This isn't just about ancient myths, it's about unlocking the secrets of our shared human history. But let's be real, you've probably got a lot of questions. Maybe you're wondering if this all points to something bigger, something beyond our current understanding of history. And that's a fair question. These ancient accounts, these parallels across seemingly unconnected cultures, it challenges everything we thought we knew about the past. It forces us to reconsider the very foundations of our historical narratives. Are there gaps in our knowledge, deliberate omissions, or even more exciting, completely overlooked truths? Think about it. Could these stories of gods descending from the heavens be more than just myths? Could they be distorted memories, fragmented accounts of actual events? Maybe the gods were something else entirely. This isn't about dismissing established history. It's about expanding it, enriching it with new perspectives and possibilities. we need to be open to the idea that what we think we know might only scratch the surface. So, what do you do with this information? You keep digging. You keep questioning. You keep exploring. You encourage further research. You demand transparency from institutions. And you share what you've learned. Because the truth, whatever it may be, deserves to be uncovered. Our understanding of history is a work in progress, and it's up to us to continue shaping that narrative. Don't be afraid to challenge the status quo. The past is waiting to be rewritten. So what do you think? Is there more to the story than meets the eye? This is where you come in. Your thoughts, your theories, your questions. They're all crucial. This isn't just a video. It's a conversation. Let's unravel this mystery together. Share your ideas in the comments below. What other ancient cultures might hold similar clues? Let's discuss. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more explorations into the forgotten gods and mysteries of the ancient world. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future episodes. We'll be diving deeper into these fascinating topics, and your input will help shape the direction of our investigations. Let's uncover the truth together. And remember, you can also share this video with your friends who are interested in ancient history, mythology, and the possibility of extraterrestrial contact. Let's build a community of curious minds, eager to explore the unknown. The more we share, the more we learn. What are you waiting for? Join the conversation. So, you've made it to the end. A huge thank you for joining me on this journey through forgotten gods and ancient mysteries. This exploration wouldn't be complete without acknowledging the incredible researchers and scholars whose work formed the foundation of this video. Their dedication to uncovering these lost stories is truly inspiring. I've included a list of books and articles in the description below. A treasure trove of further reading to deepen your understanding. Dive into the world of Zecharia Sitchin, Graham Hancock, and Erich von Däniken. Their controversial yet thought-provoking theories will challenge your perspective. Remember to always approach these subjects with a critical and open mind. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future explorations into the unknown. Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Your insights are invaluable to this ongoing conversation. We'll continue to unravel the mysteries together. Until next time. So, what do you think? Did ancient civilizations really interact with extraterrestrial beings? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe for more explorations into the forgotten gods.